Cloud. Hey, just give me a different. Just give me the different one.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear him too,
Okay.
but you can't hear me right
Colby,
now.
let me know when we're going live, baby.
And there we have Rug and Man.
Okay.
You can't hear me.
Nope.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm Brendan Larson.
And I'm Jack Paul.
We have your broadcast tonight of the Pleasant Grove Vikings taking on the Lone Peak Knights. Recently before the game, me and Jack were informed that Lone Peak has forfeited all of their wins this season. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Peak has forfeited all of their wins this season due to a ruling made by a committee of principals, from what I heard, that they had an ineligible player for them playing all season. So Lone Peak has forfeited all of their wins this season, and they're coming into this game 0-9, Jack.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Lone Peak. Maybe not for PG, but Lone Peak is 0-9 now as it is. There will be a hearing on Saturday, I believe. But as it stands, they're 0-9, and it stinks for PG, Lone Peak.
I definitely expect Lone Peak to appeal the case in a court, but they're 0-9, which means a definite drop in the standings for them.
Yes, they will be last, just behind Westlake, but they are last. PG is, I believe, sitting second or third. I can't remember, but right behind Skyridge, right behind AF, who they lost to. So a big win here.
This will bump up PG in the standings and drop Lone Peak possibly out of the state tournament.
Oh, possibly, yes. I believe Lone Peak will still play in the in regions, but it'll be tough for them to make state. For sure.
Definitely, for sure. So, big rivalry game today. We know that Pleasant Grovians dislike AF, but their dislike for Lone Peak, I would say, is much stronger than
Especially
AF.
And it just added to it last year with Lone Peak knocking out PG in the state semifinals last year for football. I feel like PG is going to want some revenge here.
Pleasant Grove definitely going to be hungrier for revenge on this senior night. Big night for all the seniors, as it's the captains tonight are all seniors, as they generally are, but we had the seniors come out through the football helmet before the game. Got a little emotional for some people.
Oh, yeah.
I know I definitely felt some.
Oh, yeah.
I don't tear up, though. I'm a big guy.
Especially with Caleb Campbell, man. He's a great quarterback.
He's been in this system since he was a freshman, you know.
Yep.
Definitely sad to see him go.
Yep.
We'll definitely see Devin Jensen next year at quarterback.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Devin Jensen. Can't wait.
Can't wait. He's a stud of a kid.
Yes, he is.
So we got 5:30 just before this game gets underway. Colby, do we have a interview with Landon?
Yes, so we have an interview. Start.
Okay, we're going to play you an interview with our Landon Van Overbeat down on the sidelines with Coach Boban.
Yeah, Coach Boban. It'll be a good one.
Landon Van Overbeat coming in clutch at the coach. No, excuse me. The Coach Boban interview has been canceled.
Oh, that's a tough break. That's going to stink. We were really looking forward to that one. I'm not going to lie.
So your injury update, we have Brooks is out for this game. Brighton Moody's out for this game.
Yeah, those are both bad, but especially Rex. He's plays both sides of the ball.
Rex Connors is out for this game?
Is that what you said, Rex?
No, just Brighton and Brooks.
Oh, I thought you said Rex. Oh, might be.
No,
yeah, Brooks. He's been out for all year.
As far as my knowledge, Rex is playing in this game,
Yes, I was
hopefully.
going to say, wait a second. But yeah, Brooks is a huge loss, especially for that wide receiver core, but they'll replace him with they got Kale and they got Axton, so we'll see what they can do here.
The Mickelson brothers definitely clutching
yes.
it through tonight. Lone Peak having a good showing in the visitor student section, and the Pleasant Grove
They're filing in.
section, they're filing in. They're filing in.
They're coming.
Running on LDS standard time, as I like to say.
Yes, for sure. Brandon trying to take all the chairs.
I can't see now. This is a very uncomfortable position for me, but we'll make through. Bringing you nothing but the best here at Pleasant Grove Sports Network.
Yep, for sure.
Jack, what do you think the final score of this game is going to be?
Well, first off, I think it's going to be a defensive game, so I'm thinking maybe about 21-24 Pleasant Grove. I think they come out with the victory here. But it'll be a good one for
Jack's
sure.
prediction, 24-21 for your Pleasant Grove Vikings taking the W. You know what, Jack? I think I'm going to go with I think Campbell's going to have a big game. It's going to be a barn burner shootout under the lights, you know.
Yep.
I think Campbell's going to throw 5 touchdowns maybe.
Wow.
I'm going bold here. I'm going bold. And Pleasant Grove wins 41-38
Big one.
on a winning field goal attempt by Seth Lyman.
Oh, man, I like the sound of that.
And we may or may not have a Seth Lyman highlight reel coming up playing at halftime. We do have a Seth Lyman highlight reel coming up playing at halftime,
tuned.
made by yours truly, Brendan Larson.
I've seen it. It is great. You'll want to watch it.
My editing skills are mediocre at best, but this is definitely some of my best work.
Are you guys ready to?
Yes.
And we're going to throw things down to Landon Van Overbeat.
Who's got I believe, an interview with Matty Grismeyer.
The manager?
Yes.
The manager. Take it away, Landon.
Lone Peak won the toss, deferred to the second half.
So can you hear me?
Will receive the opening kickoff.
I can't hear anything. Sorry, folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties there, but as the Pleasant Grove Vikings take the field wearing their blackout outfits tonight for senior night, Jack, I do believe that Pleasant Grove won the kickoff and they'll be receiving.
I think so. I didn't really catch it, but that sounds about right. So we'll see that offense first and see what they can do here.
Expert analysis from yours truly here at PGSN.
Warmer for tonight, especially in this October.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be an interesting one, especially on this offense. See if
Not
they can
not
get
feeling
things
like the end of October here for
going.
Utah weather.
No, especially not. Especially this last week.
Colby apparently sounds down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was no audio on or whatever.
Oh, okay. So as this game gets underway here. Yep, Pleasant Grove's going to be back here to receive with Colton Bayless and Jaden Maldonado on the backfield.
We'll see what they can do here if they can get a return out. Need a big start to this game, especially with momentum could be a big issue here. We'll see what they can do
Jaden
here.
Maldonado losing about half the season with injury.
Yeah, it's always disappointing with injuries, but he's excited to be out here for senior night, and we'll see what he can do here.
Yeah, definitely glad he's back in time, just in time for the state playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Big contributor to this Viking team on defense and offense.
Yes. We'll see what he can do here on this kickoff too.
So Lone Peak huddling before they kick the ball because kicking the ball is a very, 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 I cannot stress it enough.
Very strategic.
Thank you.
It's gonna be. We'll see what they do here.
So they're going Oregon Duck style.
Oh.
I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish.
No, I don't know either. You have to have 5 on each side, so they know that.
They got 5 on each side.
That's good.
Kicker marks his feet. Stares the ball down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boots it away. Deep to the G on the end zone, and this one's going to be fair caught in the end zone for a touchback by Jaden Maldonado. Viking offense taking the field. Coming off a bit of a rough game last week against AF. That was 2 weeks ago. Not a great game last week against Westlake, though, fumbling the ball 4 or 5 times.
They really struggle with that ball security, and we'll see what they can do here. I'm not going to name who it was that was doing it, but there were multiple running backs that were struggling. We'll see what they can do here on this new game.
See if they can clean up those turnovers. Caleb's going under center. He's got 2 wideouts. He's got Rex Connors deep. Lone Peak showing blitz. Caleb, play action under Connors. And he's going to be dropped for a sack at the 15-yard line.
Not a good start for PG, but Lone Peak there bringing the all-out blitz with not much coverage there, and there was nothing for Caleb to do there. Just take the sack.
This one's going to be about 2nd and 20 for the Vikings. Not a great start to the game, but let's see if they can turn things around on this play.
No, but we'll see what they can do here. Need to at least get 9 yards here to make it reasonable for 3rd down, but we'll see what they do here.
Jack, are you expecting run or pass?
I want to expect pass, but you never know here.
Ref, call the play, Dad. Let's see what they have to say. Ref's always a contributing factor to a football game, and Lone Peak's making a substitution here.
Very late.
Very late indeed. Campbell in shotgun. gets a snap, rolling out to his left, in the end zone, throws it out to his left, caught by Evan Robinson at the 10-yard line, and dropped for a tackle for loss there.
Yeah, Lone Peak read that play all the way through. They tried to do that little running back wide receiver screen on that right side, and Lone Peak was all over it. They read it perfectly. And that is putting PG in a tough position, being at 3rd and 21.
All right, let's see what Pleasant Grove can do here. 10:51 left in the first quarter as this game's getting just underway. 3rd and 21. Campbell's got 2 out to his left, none out to his right. Got a fullback on his left too. Looks like Rex Connors. Campbell dialing it back. He's going to run it himself. Throwing, caught at the 20-yard line and regaining all the yards lost previous.
Yeah, just a nice little kind of curls play just to get yardage back, realizing they're probably not going to get all 21 yards. Just get them out of the end zone for a nice clean punt.
Kale Mickelson with the reception.
To about the 18 short of the first down.
So, is that Evan?
Fourth down.
I can't tell. That looks like maybe Kale? I don't know. I can't tell that number.
Difficult angle here from the press box, but the punter is going to punt it. That's what it comes down to.
Yes. Lone Peak bring the blitz.
And that
Oh,
punt
that
is
grip.
almost blocked.
And
Bounces
they're
at the 45, and Lone Peak player is mobbed by the Viking defenders at around the 49-yard line.
There is a late flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be roughing the kicker. I can't tell though. We'll see what they call.
In the backfield.
Late call by that ref. Didn't call it initially, but we'll see what they do here. Almost got the block.
Yeah, that could have been scary for the Viking special teams. Pleasant Grove student section rocking a trash bag out tonight. Interesting choice by student body president Fran, but we support him no matter what.
Oh,
Unlike
it's an automatic first down for Pleasant Grove.
First down.
Big break for Pleasant Grove here. It looks like it was roughing the kicker, sorry, by Lone Peak on that try to block attempt, and that'll give Pleasant Grove a first down. Huge break for PG.
Viking defense having a great year all year so far, struggling a little against AF 2 weeks ago and having a solid game against Westlake.
Yeah, for sure. But we'll see what this offense can do for Pleasant Grove as they're back on the field.
Campbell under center. He's going to motion Kale in and out. Goes under center again. He's going to counter it and take it himself. Throwing to Kale, caught at the 40-yard line for about a 7-yard gain.
Nice little dump off, get yardage, get positive yards there on the play, and make it an easier second down.
Nicholson with the reception.
9:22 left in the first quarter. 0-0. Kale's got 3 out to his right, 1 out to his left. He's in shotgun. On ball on the 38-yard line. 2nd and 4. Kale gets the ball. Hands it up the middle to one of the Connors brothers.
Looks like that was actually Evan.
Excuse me, that was Evan.
And it looks like he was just short of that first down. Gets about 2 or 3. Create 3rd and 1. Just nice little run up the gut. Get a couple of yards. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
1 out to the right, 1 out to the left for Caleb, excuse me. Caleb's under center. Showing run. They're going to do the quarterback keeper.
I don't think he got it. They're marking him short.
He's just going to be just about
just
a
it's
yard
right on the
short, maybe a
line.
yard and a half.
And they're going to bring the chains out. Oh, no, they called it a first down.
And first down Vikings. Looks like he got the extension on the play. So first down Vikings, 8:24 left in the first quarter. Little jitters out here in the stadium tonight for both teams, it looks like, as this
Yeah.
is a big rivalry game. I dare say bigger than AF Pleasant Grove, though it may not be as hyped. I feel like the hatred is definitely
Yes. The hatred here is more, but not as big as a rivalry, but the hatred for each school.
And a fumbled snap all the way back to the 25-yard line. Caleb's got it. He's going to wing it downfield, looking for someone. He's just going to throw it away
Smart
wisely.
play by Caleb Campbell there, I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. If he would have got sacked there, that would have been a loss for about 25 yards.
Caleb Campbell showing the wisdom only a senior could possess on that play.
Yes, for sure.
2nd and 10, 7:55 left in the game. I'd like to give a big shout out to our producer Colby because it is a happy birthday for him.
Yes.
17 years young as he's a senior this year too.
Yes.
So,
A young senior.
president of our
Senior.
class, Colby Filey, our fearless leader. He's at every game. He's always producing behind the microphone.
What a man.
Campbell's in shotgun. 3 out to his right. He's looking right. He's feeling the heat. Still on his feet. And wrapped up for about a 7-yard sack by the Lone Peak defense.
Once again, just bringing that blitz, that Lone Peak defense, and there's nowhere for Caleb Campbell to go. He almost got sacked by his own lineman, but he was able to.
Lone Peak having a lot of
that
talent
away.
on both sides of the ball, as they are notorious for.
Yes. They are always one of those better teams in the region for the 6A. But this year it's been a little more struggle, 5-4. And now that they're 0-9 with the ineligible player. But without that, they would be about 5th or 6th in the region, which is kind of
Caleb's going to get the snap
low.
deep. He's feeling the pressure. He's going to throw it away once again. So it's going to be 4th and 15.
It's that pressure again. Lone Peak's just bringing that blitz, and the offensive line for Pleasant Grove isn't able to pick it up, especially with only 5 linemen. There's going to be one that's not blocked, and right there you can see it just got straight to the quarterback.
7:10 left in the second quarter.
We'll see if Lone Peak's a little more conservative here after that penalty that forced a first down for Pleasant Grove. We'll see if they try going for it.
So, Jack, I still can't tell who that punter is. Bad snap again. The punter still bounces straight to him. He's going to kick it down to the 30-yard line. It's going to bounce down to the 20. And this thing's going to roll all the way out to about the 10-yard line on the dot.
And it's another flag on the defense for Lone Peak on that. It looks like that was just running into the kicker. But still, that special teams for Lone Peak is struggling.
6:58 left in the second quarter. Thank you for tuning in, folks. This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm Brendan Marson. And my partner here is Jack Paul, who is transfixed with the game.
Yeah, sorry about that. It looks like they're going to get another first down for Pleasant Grove, so the second time in a row that they've gotten saved by the penalty.
Lone Peak special teams is costing them this game almost, as Pleasant Grove is
Yes.
marching down the field not by offense, but by penalties.
No kidding. That's the second time already, and right now, if I'm a Lone Peak coach, I am P.O.
Oh, yeah, not going to be happy. Definitely when they review the film,
Yes.
wouldn't want to be in the Lone Peak film room. when
No,
that
I
happens.
would not. Under any circumstance.
All right, let's see if Pleasant Grove can finally capitalize on this. They've got a short field ahead of them. Caleb Campbell's going to calm his offense down. He's going to change the play. Reading the defense. Gets the ball, and the play is blown dead.
I don't know what that was.
That looks like it's going to be a penalty on Pleasant Grove.
Oh,
Delay of game. So it's going to be 1st and
15.
Thank you, Jack. I can't do math right now.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm with you.
I got an A- in math this semester. I'm very proud of myself.
I did not get an A- in math this semester. I'll just say that.
I did get an A in sports broadcasting.
Oh,
though.
same. Not the hardest thing in the world, but we did it.
It's difficult. AP sports broadcasting. Caleb gets the ball. He's got 5 men going deep. Looks for one of
Ooh.
them. Batted down by a Lone Peak linebacker.
If he's kind of paying attention, he might have been able to intercept it, but
Yeah.
hit him off like backhand. Wasn't able to get it.
2nd and 15. Looking like Rudy Gobert with the block shot there.
For sure. Does just long arms.
As the Jazz
Big
regular
man.
season gets underway here in a few weeks.
Can't wait.
But very excited for that, as Jack has been making hype videos in class
my goodness.
nonstop.
I can't wait.
It's a little scary to see the dedication this man has for the Utah Jazz,
Yes.
but nonetheless I appreciate it as a Jazz fan myself.
Utah Jazz, sign me up, please.
You heard it here, folks. Campbell's in shotgun. He's got everybody going deep. Looks like a play from backyard football. He's going to get the snap. He's going to roll it out to his right. He's going to slip and fall for about a 7-yard loss on the play, give or take.
Once again, another sack. That Lone Peak defense. This time Caleb was rolling out to his right, and the pressure there was too much, and there was nowhere for him to go.
I'm not sure Caleb's wearing cleats out there tonight as he just slipped and fell.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like he
can't
was wearing
tell.
sandals or something.
Yeah, out in the socks.
Yeah, definitely got to get the equipment manager on that.
Yep.
So Pleasant Grove's going to take this ball about 20 yards back, 3rd and 22, also known as 3rd and a mile, as we say here at Pleasant Grove. Looks like Vikings are showing run. They've got 2 in the backfield. Campbell's going to play action, roll out to his left, looking, firing downfield, batted away by the same guy, number 8 on Lone Peak. Solid player.
He's got those long arms, and right there was nowhere for PG to go. We'll see what they do on 4th down, see if they get in lucky with another penalty, but if I'm the Lone Peak coach, I'm just saying, just drop back. Don't even go for it.
All right, so it's 4th and 22. Let's see what happens here. As Lone Peak has another costly penalty. Ball's bounced again, and the punter's going to boot this down to the 20-yard line. Fielded by Lone Peak. He's got room to run and wrapped up at the 23-yard line as there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the referee has to say about this one.
Yeah, after that Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers game, I don't really trust these refs sometimes anymore. It's hard to tell what they're going to call, but we'll see what they call here.
There's a flag on the play.
Jack, do you think the Miami Dolphins can go throughout the entire NFL season without winning a single game?
I sure hope so, because they play the Jets twice, and I need them to lose both times to the Jets. So
Sam Darnold, recently returning from a
He's the
mono
man.
illness,
He is my man.
as Jack knocks on wood, hoping Sam Darnold doesn't get mono again.
Yes. I think it's a one-time thing. I'm hoping it's a one-time thing.
So illegal block in the back on Lone Peak on that penalty thrown by the referee. 5:59 left in the first quarter. Lone Peak offense finally taking the field here.
Yeah, we'll see what this PG defense can do here. It's the first time out in the field.
Due to a lack of responsibility by Tanner Keith, we do not have rosters tonight, so we're just going to be calling it by name.
What's even more embarrassing is he has left us today.
Tanner Keith has literally walked out of the booth and is now hanging out with women.
It's a classy move by him, I'm not going to lie.
Classy move. Tanner Keith, always been a ladies' man.
Oh, looks like we got someone's hurt out there. I can't tell.
Pleasant Grove player down on the field. Never a good sign to see.
No.
2nd and 8 for Lone Peak after this injury. Pleasant Grove players showing signs of responsiveness, which is always good. He appears to not be able to get up. Doesn't look too serious quite yet. Let's hope that he's A-okay and we're able to return to this game. So while we have a break here, Jack, I'm going to get to a few... So now that we have a break here, I'm going to get to a few shout-outs that we always like to do here. It's time for your shout-out list. So tonight's shout-outs, we have a shout-out to Joe Ingles of the Utah Jazz, number 2. Small forward, probably the nastiest shooter in NBA history I have ever seen. The dad bod god, the one and only Joe Ingles. Shout-out to him. Shout-out to Jelly-Filled Donuts, those delicious pastries filled with delicious strawberry jam. Definitely shout-out to them. Shout-out to the Dave Matthews Band for being inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nominated. Shout out to my flag football ref boss, Mandy Carson. Great boss. I'm not fired yet, so that's a good job. Shout out to my little brother, William Larson, for cleaning up the mess that jerk who TP'd my yard left. Let's see what other shout outs we have written down here.
I can try, yeah.
Shout out to Stephen Rich, who broke his arm in a flag football game. Definitely a scary moment. Shout out to my seminary teacher, Brother Fugel. Definitely one of the most Christ-like men I have ever seen in my life. So with 5:41 left in the game, Jack has left me on the broadcast, and I am running this operation solo, but that's no problem for me. So Lone Peak offense getting 2 yards on their first play. 2nd and 8. And Jack has rejoined me.
Sorry about that. Just trying to get this produce thing working.
We missed our shout-out segment.
I'm so sorry.
Jack apologizes for his mistake. Lone Peak quarterback in shotgun. 2 out to his right, 2 out to his left. Motions one across. He's going to be a jet sweep across the middle. He's got room to run at 20 and wrapped up by Porter Connors, pushing him back. And the Connors brothers with a gang tackle there. Out of bounds after a gain of about 6 yards, give or take, for the Lone Peak offense.
Yeah, nice little jet sweep there. Tried to get on the outside, but Of course, you got Rex and Porter Connors there that stuffed it up there. Nice play by the twin brothers to keep it 3rd down.
So 3rd and 6 for the Lone Peak Knights. 3 out 2 of the Lone Peak's quarterback's right, 1 out 2 his left.
Big play here for Pleasant Grove defense. See if they can get a stop. Force 3 and out.
Quarterback gets a snap. He's going to throw it to his left. He's got room to run. He's got blockers. And gets a 1st down and tackled on the play by the Pleasant Grove defense.
Nice little screen pass on that right. Got the wide receiver blockers up in front and just able to get that 1st down, move the chains.
Derek Ray with the defensive stop there.
That senior.
It's a big night for him. His last home game.
Yeah.
Back. Definitely sad to see the senior class move on, but
For
they'll be
sure.
followed by next year's senior class.
My own senior class. A lot of talent in that one.
Handoff up the middle here for Lone Peak, and he's stuffed up like a teddy bear there after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, PG's got that really good run defense.
I didn't do any warm-up metaphors before the game,
Yep.
so I'm a little slow here, but
Stacked that box and was able to keep that run to about 2 or 3 yards.
Lone Peak trying to hurry it up here on offense. 3 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Quarterback's got a fullback behind him on his right, too. He's pointing. I don't know what he's pointing at. He's going to motion a guy across the middle. Gets the ball. Dropping and back. He's going to look at to run it himself at the middle. He's got room to run for about 5 yards and pushed out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Evan Robinson was kind of like a spy there. Just follow the quarterback wherever he goes, and he was able.
Okay, we're going back live.
Okay.
We apologize for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. So Pleasant Grove punted it and Lone Peak fielded it, but they got back for a holding penalty. So it's 1st and 20. Lone Peak quarterback fielding the Pleasant Grove Heat. He's going to throw this one deep downfield. Incomplete. Nothing doing on the pass attempt there.
Yeah, just a little overthrown, but good coverage there by Pleasant Grove. Can't tell quite who that was, but good one-on-one coverage by those defensive backs.
36.8 seconds left in the 1st quarter. 0-0. Definitely a defensive battle like Jack said.
Yes, I predicted it. I'm surprised, but I did it.
I'm surprised too, Jack.
We should all be surprised.
I'm very surprised. 2nd and 20. Lone Peak quarterback got 3 out to his right, 1 out to his left. Fullback on his left as well. Pleasant Grove showing blitz. And they send all the dogs on this one. Lone Peak quarterbacks, for lack of a better term, awful. So it's 3rd and 20. Let's see if Pleasant Grove's defense can bring up a big stop here. 31.1 seconds left in the 1st quarter.
Big play here for 3rd and 20.
Quarterback's in shotgun. 2 out to his right, 1 out to his left. Fullback behind him. Pleasant Grove sending all the boys again on a blitz. He's feeling the heat. He's going to throw it downfield. Caught by Lone Peak defender about a few yards behind the line of scrimmage. And good play there by the Pleasant Grove defense. 20 seconds left in the 1st quarter game clock.
I believe that was Spencer Tatioli. That man is in my grade, and he is a beast. But nice little run down there to get the tackle.
So Lone Peak lines up to punt this ball away. And the 1st quarter is going to wind down to a stop. Thank you for tuning in, folks. So am I on air or not?
You're not on air right now.
What?
Is it the internet?
Yeah, the internet's just being whacked. This is one of the biggest issues we always have. Because usually the Ethernet just makes perfect internet. That's how.
Is this thing on?
Yes. Yeah. Alright, is it plugged in? Actually, I don't know. I don't
It's
think.
just plugged. Oh, wait, never
Oh,
mind.
I don't think I plugged it in on there.
Oh,
Yeah, you can just plug it in. Oh, okay. We're live again.
And we're back on air, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Our equipment has stupidity.
Stupid Wi-Fi. Stupid Wi-Fi, if you know what I mean.
The Wi-Fi is bad words that I'm not allowed to say on air. The punt is up and away here for Lone Peak. This one's a little high. It's going to be fielded by Rex Connors. It's going to bounce down all the way to the 5-yard line. Rex Connors is going to sit on it like he sits on his little brother Porter.
Yeah, it looked like it was gonna maybe be heading out out into the end zone, but with that Lone Peak special teams there, it looks like they're going to be able to down it at the 1. So Rex, nice play just to keep it at the 5, give them a little bit of breathing room.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Pleasant Grove's bench mob, Ethan Morley, Brigham Ray, Trenton James Hess, and all those other bench players. We love you ever so dearly here at Pleasant Grove Sports Network.
Oh yeah, we love you, Brigham. We love you, Ethan. Dude, we're praying for you. Maybe. Brigham gets there on the PAT, so if there's a PAT, look for him, number 6.
Pleasant Grove offense going under center. Caleb's going to hand it up the middle. And it's going to be stopped there like a clogged drain. Nothing doing on the run play. Evan Robinson with the attempted carry. 2nd and 9. Let's see if this Viking offense can give themselves out of this hole. They've got a long field ahead of them. Probably longer than the Field of Dreams.
Yes, they are going to need something here. Get that field position switch, because right now Lone Peak's just trying to play that 3 and out and get the ball back in good field position.
Game is 0-0 so far, so it's anyone's game at this point. And Jack, have you seen the notorious Blue Jays flag in the Pleasant Grove student section tonight yet?
I have not. It's a little bit surprising. I'm a little worried.
Porter Connors taking the ball at night for a nice 6-yard gain.
Huge play there. Get it 3rd and short so they can possibly get that first down. See what they do here.
I'm also growing increasingly worried as I have not seen the signature Toronto Blue Jays flag for the Pleasant Grove student section.
I don't know what's going on down there. They got to get together.
The principals have been tightening up on the Pleasant Grove student section lately because they have been, quote, rowdy and uncontrollable.
It stinks. We love them, but you got to listen to the principal. He's the boss.
You know, as in our personal opinion as students of Pleasant Grove High School, I don't think we're that bad.
No.
Have you ever seen Corner Canyon?
No. Yes, we have, and it was a rough
Defense
one.
jumping the line there. That's going to be a no flag. Campbell's going to hand it up the middle on a run play, and that's going to be about 2
Looks
yards.
like he was stopped short.
On 3rd and 1.
It'll be close. Yeah, they're calling it 4th down.
It's going to be 4th down. Let's see if Coach
This-
Mark Wooten decides to go for it.
And they're not going to.
And the punt team comes onto the field here.
That's a tough spot, especially in that bad field position. I'd give them 20 more yards, and yeah, they'd probably go for it, but just tough there when you're at your own 15. It's hard to go for it.
9:55 left in the second quarter. Once again, in our comment section, please feel free to answer our poll question of the night. Who has the better mustache, the anchor man, Ron Burgundy, or the man himself, Ron Swanson? Number 6 has the ball on the punt. He's got it at the 40-yard line. He's got it at the 30. He's got 1 man to beat and brought down at the 15-yard line. Excellent play there to stop the possible catastrophe there on the special teams.
Yeah, nice blocking there by that special teams of Lone Peak after those flags. They really turned it around, was able to get a big hole, and almost got the touchdown, but luckily our punter was able to stop him there at about the 15-yard line.
9:32 left in the second quarter. Jack, how many times a day do you brush your teeth?
2 times a day, my friend.
Jack once again going in clutch with the recommended amount by the American Dental Association
yeah.
as he pumps his fist in the air. Lone Peak handing it up on the middle for about 5 yards. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like the quarterback is not happy with that flag. Couldn't tell what exactly it was. Maybe a holding. I can't quite tell, but we'll see what the ref says.
Let's see what this is.
What about you, Brendan? How many times do you brush your teeth?
You know, I try to aim for 3, but sometimes I barely hit 1.5.
Ugh, it's tough.
Yeah, I've only had 2 cavities in my lifetime. I'm kind of proud of that achievement, and that's going to be a penalty against Lone Peak, and it's going to take this ball, in the words of an MLB announcer who shall remain unnamed, back, gone. Excuse me, his name is Chris Berman. He's an absolute idol of mine. 9:15 left in the second quarter, and it's going to be 1st and 18 for Lone Peak. Pleasant Grove's defense having a solid game. Shutout so far in the second quarter. Pleasant Grove defense showing prevent. Lone Peak quarterback got 3 out to his right. He's going to drop back and pass. He's looking to his left. He's going to float it over the left. Should be easy pickings, and threw it to a wide open letter V in the end zone.
Yeah, there was just over to that defender and the wide receiver.
Letter
Nothing
V was
there.
wide open.
Yes. Then he threw it on the mark if he's going in for that.
I have seen no sign of our other commentator here, Tanner Keith.
Yeah, I think he bounced. He's probably at Wendy's, not gonna lie, but we'll see.
In the words of a popular TikTok, I'm out. Lone Peak quarterback and shotgun. Gets the ball. Looking left, looking right. He's going to look right. He's going to throw it downfield. Got his man, number 16. Caught. And touchdown, Lone Peak. They strike first here in this game. 6-0, Knights.
What a nice pass by that Lone Peak quarterback. The defender wasn't looking, had his back to the ball, and the wide receivers was able to go up and get it. Back shoulder throw. Nice throw and catch.
He threw it up there. It was hanging in the air forever like TJ Hess throwing grapes into his mouth. That was a fat one. Anyone could have gotten it, and the Lone Peak receiver makes a great play for it. So the Lone Peak kicker coming onto the field, trying to be like Seth Lyman here, and he puts this one through the uprights. That was a pretty good Seth Lyman imitation.
Yes, that was. He nailed it on the mark.
And it looks like the PAT may not be good.
Oh, you're right.
Interesting call by the referees here. 8:49 left in the second quarter. I can't tell what's happening, as it often is the case with high school referees.
No one knows.
Personal foul on the kicking team. The kick.
It is good. It'll be enforced on the kickoff. I think that's what they're trying
Thank you,
to get
Jack,
to
for
us.
your knowledge of the rules.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I just said knowledgeable knowledge.
You know it.
Quality broadcasting here at Pleasant Grove Sports.
Oh, yeah. Look out. Watch out, ESPN. We're coming for you.
First Pleasant Grove, then the world.
We even named our group after ESPN.
I hope that's not trademark infringement.
I hope not either.
And we definitely have not stolen their logo. So Pleasant Grove student section's been a little quiet here tonight. I think it's because of the absence of the Toronto Blue Jays flag. Oh, I wonder how the Pleasant Grove principals feel that they're killing school spirit. Kind of a sad day in the life of a Pleasant Grove student. As Jack slams his chair on the ground here in the press box angrily.
I am mad.
Outrage.
Pleasant Grove, get it together. I'm just kidding. See what they can do here on this offensive drive. They could really use something big here.
You know, Pleasant Grove's defense was holding up eventually, but that Lone Peak offense is just so good, they're eventually going to get one in there.
Yeah.
Lone Peak kicker once again trying to do his best. Lone Peak kicker once again trying to do his best Seth Lyman imitation. I mean, he's got the walk-up down, but the follow-through on the kick just isn't quite there. It doesn't look as majestic. As this one's going to bounce down to the 2-yard line. Fielded by Pleasant Grove. That's Jaden Maldonado weaving in through defenders and brought up to about the 28-yard line. Good return there.
Yes, nice solid return. A little bit of a line drive kick. But yeah, it'll be good. Nice little return.
Big shout out to our crew tonight. We got Josiah McDonald, the one and only, TikTok famous if you didn't know.
Oh.
Running the cameras up top.
He is TikTok famous. I want to say, what, 500,000 views on his one video?
Yeah, he's packing a lot.
Yes, he is.
And we have Josh down on the field getting us some great highlight action film. And Tanner Keith, who said, I'm a head out. And me and Jack and Colby in the press box. Caleb Campbell's going to go under center. He's going to roll out to his left. He's going to check it downfield. He's got Rex with the reception. Rex still on his feet at the 40-yard line. He's got room around to the 50. On the 40. Big hit there by the Lone Peak defender as he takes it to the opposite 40-yard line. Rex gets up and walks it off like it was nothing, like a scraped knee.
Huge play there. Caleb just dumped it off to Rex and let him do the rest as he was able to break free of one defender, and he had a wide open sideline. As we're coming about 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter, Lone Peak is up 7-0.
Pleasant Grove looking to answer that recent score by Lone Peak and doing that was probably the largest offensive play of the night here for Pleasant Grove.
Yes, it was.
Campbell's under center is where Pleasant Grove has had most of their success on offense this year. Pitch out to the left for Matthew Smith, still on his feet after a big hit and dropped for about a game loss for 2 yards. That Lone Peak defense definitely hitting hard out there.
Yeah, he got rocked there. First hit didn't quite knock him down. He kept on his feet, but that second one just laid him out.
Yeah, that Lone Peak defense hitting harder than Jack's midterm report card.
Oh, you better believe it.
Once again, if you'd like to comment in the comment section, tonight's poll question is, who has the better mustache? The one and only Ron Swanson, the man that every man should aspire to be, or the legendary anchor man, Ron Burgundy?
I think it's Ron Swanson. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna have to go with Ron Swanson on this one. Everybody, and so far it is Swanson, no doubt, with a definite conclusion. Caleb's rolling back in shotgun. He's gonna fire it downfield, looking for Kale, incomplete, overthrowing him again. Caleb and Kale having some communication issues this season, as Kale's often overthrown by Caleb, but I'm sure they can work through it.
Yeah, just a little overthrown there. If it was on target, would have been a first down and much more, but couldn't quite hit him up there, and it'll be 3rd and 12. Big play here for Pleasant Grove to keep those chains rolling. I see a 4th down territory here.
Yeah, 3rd and 12. Let's see if they can convert this one. Caleb Campbell, as he's going to take an offensive timeout here by Coach Mark Wooten. Shout out to Coach Boban, the greatest middle school PE teacher of all time, as this is his son's final game in his senior night. Philip Boban, often an unsung hero of the Viking football team, as he plays lineman, but definitely a solid player. Can probably bench more money than I have in the bank.
You can probably bench my weight plus more.
I think it's safe to say that Philip Boban could bench press our entire PGSN class.
Probably true.
We should test that.
We totally should.
We'll live stream it, and Landon Castle will commentate. Thank you for tuning in, folks. This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I am your play-by-play host, Brendan Larson. As Jack's
I am Jack Paul. Sorry,
Jack's on his phone.
I'm looking up the Jazz Corps.
Come on, Jack. Save
They
it
are
for
losing,
halftime.
sadly.
It's preseason, buddy.
And I still don't care.
All right, 3rd and 12 for Pleasant Grove on the offensive side of the ball. Down 7-0 with 7:22 left in the game. Campbell's under and shotgun. Gets the ball. Play fake. Throwing it downfield. An absolute dagger to Kale. Finds him on the connection there. And that's going to be good for about 8 yards. Possibly bringing out Seth Lyman here for an attempted field goal.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You're about 47 yards from a field goal, and it's only 4th and 2. The smart play, I think, here
Mark
is to go
Wooten
for
is
it.
going to go for this one.
I think it's a smart play here. You're going into 3rd down. You knew it was 4 down territory, so just get at least 6 yards, and that's what they did. They got 10. So
Big play here for Pleasant Grove coming up. Campbell's going under center. He's got 3 out to his right, 1 out to his left. He's got Porter in the backfield behind him. He's reading the defense like an open book. Gets the ball. Fake handoff. He's feeling the heat. Throws it and incomplete as he was brought down big time by the Lone Peak defenders. They look a little scary, not going to lie.
no, yeah, they look massive. But right there, that edge pass rusher was able to get the pressure and hit Caleb right as he throwing it, and there was nothing he could do.
So it's going to be 6:35 left in the second quarter. Lone Peak retaining the ball again as their offense comes out and trying to add to their 7-0 lead so far in the game.
And once again on that 4th down, that offensive line was unable to read the pressure. That outside linebacker was able to just get free pressure all the way to Caleb. Tough break.
Lone Peak quarterback in shotgun, claps his hands, gets a snap. Number 14, hands it up with the middle, and Pleasant Grove is going to stop him like the drain in my bathroom.
Good
Very
one.
clogged.
Good one.
And like my nose right now, also clogged.
It is toasty up in here, I'm not going to lie.
Shout out to anyone who has tissues. I need them, so bring them here, please. Second and 8, 6:11 left in the second quarter here. Quarterback's gonna get the ball, throw a screen pass out to his right, and incomplete there. So it's gonna be 3rd and 8 for the Lone Peak offense.
Right now, if it wasn't for this PG defense, it would be a blowout. Thank goodness that they're going strong like they always do and keeping it a 1-score game. Because right now that offense for PG is struggling.
Pleasant Grove student section being extremely quiet this game. I'm growing concerned.
Yeah, there's not much to cheer for right now except for that Rex Connors run. But other than that, there's not been much to cheer for.
Let's see if the cheerleaders can do their job and get them hyped into this game. 14 is going to throw this ball down the field, and it's intercepted by Pleasant Grove at the 45-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your boy, Porter Connors.
Lone Peak's wanting a pass interference, but it looks like the offensive wide receiver just tripped. No contact there. Nice read by Rex Connors to get the pick.
Porter Connors
Porter, sorry.
coming up with a big defensive stop there for Pleasant Grove with a short field ahead of them. Excellent play there. Shout out to the caffeinated beverage Mountain Dew.
Oh my goodness, the greatest drink ever.
Liquid of the gods, some would
Yes.
say. Some including Nicholas Boyer.
Oh yeah, Nicholas is a genius.
Shout out to Nick Boyer. Ladies, he's free.
He is still VL too.
We can't talk about that on AirPod.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As the Lone Peak student section is definitely outclassing the Pleasant Grove as they're already on their feet. Screen pass out to Kale. He's going to throw it downfield. And he's, looking for number 6, I believe, our own Brigham Ray there with the reception. And he's laid out before he even gets the ball. No flag.
No.
Is that Brigham?
I think that's number 5, Creed Train, the senior.
Looking for Creed Train on the play. Excuse me. I had my hopes up. Thought it was Brigham Ray. Also,
know.
shout out to Creed Train. Excellent player.
Coach Wooten is not happy. Thought there was supposed to be a penalty. I thought so too, but it was a close one. And
Coach Wooten is more ticked off than a Republican in a Democratic convention.
yes, you are correct. That would have been huge. Give PG the momentum, get them inside the red zone, but instead it's 2nd and 10 at their own at Lone Peak's 43.
5:49 left in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Pleasant Grove Vikings. Campbell's going to get a snap and shotgun. Rolling out deep backfield. He's dropping 20 yards. He's going to throw it. Intercepted by Lone Peak. And he's going to be tackled at the 43-yard line. Costly mistake there by the Pleasant Grove offense. Keaton Neto with the reception there for Lone Peak. Having a big game so far, and he's had his fingers all over this game like a little child with mud on a white sheet.
Yes, right at the start of that play, it was not destined for goodness because he was backpedaling, and he just threw it up into a screen where the defender was waiting for it and got the interception.
And the phrase of the day is destined for goodness.
Oh yeah.
Brought to you by Jack Paul.
You're welcome.
As Jack Paul slaps the table in defiance. So Lone Peak offense trying to come back from that recent interception they threw, but then Pleasant Grove just threw it right back to them.
The crowd is a little uneasy, not gonna lie, after that missed call.
Pitch out to the left side. Lone Peak running back punched in the face, it would appear, metaphorically, as he just stopped in his tracks like a train being stopped by Mr. Incredible.
Yeah,
I had to dig deep for that metaphor there.
Yes, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Nice little pitch on that left side, but PG was all over it and was able to keep it to a 3-yard gain.
Who would you say is the Mr. Incredible of the Viking defense?
I'd have to say the Rex and Porter Connors.
You
The
have
Rex.
to have one Mr. Incredible.
Oh, you're right. Oof.
Quarterback's in shotgun.
That's a
Claps
tough
his
one.
hands, gets a snap. Play action. Screen out to the left for number 19. Fielded, caught. He's got the first down. Littlemore and pushed out of bounds into the Viking bench mob. I'd stay away from that Viking bench mob. They
Yes.
might spit on you or something.
And looks like they're going to give him the first down. Just nice little screen pass. Able to get him the first down.
And the one and only Tanner Keith has re-entered the press box along with Tyler T. Money McBee, Nicholas Boyer, and our man Connor C. Dibb. Lone Peak's going to hand it up the middle, and that's going to be wrapped down and tackled for about 4 yards there on the play.
Looks like Pleasant Grove was stacking the box there. Keeping it minimal damage.
Lone Peak quarterback's going to take the ball. He's going to roll out to his left. He's feeling the pressure from Evan Robinson. He's going to throw it downfield, and it is incomplete there as it was bobbled through a few defenders there.
That's what I like to call the double doink, a.k.a. the Chicago Bears are famous for the double doink. And
Also,
missing
shout out
that
to Mark
point.
Sanchez with the butt fumble,
Oh, I do not like that play.
as Jack made the costly mistake of being a Jets fan.
Yeah, it's been rough.
16 long years of bad mistakes. That's easily the worst.
Looks like it will be 3rd and 7. Big third down here for this Pleasant Grove defense. See if they can get the stop and hold it a 1-score game with 4 minutes left in this second quarter.
As it looks like Lone Peak's going to call timeout on this play. Nope, excuse me, they're just motioning the sideline.
You shout out Richard Kuchowski.
Oh, it's a bad snap.
And that's going to be a fumbled snap. There's the rest of the play
No.
dead.
Call timeout. Lone Peak did right before.
As Tyler T. Money McBee has requested a shout out for the one and only Richard Kachowski. Wherever you are, Richard, we hope you have a good day.
He's in Cali.
And I've just been informed that Richard Kachowski is in California.
He is living it up.
Living the dream. Richard Kachowski, if you're watching, shout out to you.
He's in a major drug deal right now.
And I cannot just repeat what Tyler T. Money McBee said on air.
He's having sex with me. Good job. Okay, we can.
You guys should leave before things get bad. So timeout on the field, Lone Peak offense retaking the field as Tanner Keith yawns like a mighty lion. As he says, "My pleasure."
No, I said.
Correction, he said, "You're welcome." My pleasure.
I said.
Ty-
Make my earth.
Lone Peak offense, 3rd and 7. 2 out to his right, 2 out to his left. Claps his hands, gets a snap, looking to his left, and the play is blown dead again. 4:09 left in the second quarter. Once again, our poll question of the night is, who has the better mustache, Ron Swanson or Ron Burgundy? Feel free to comment in the comment section below the video.
What's your
feed.
vote, Brendan?
I'm undecided in this one so far. I'd have to have an in-depth look at both mustaches. The texture, the length, definitely some contributing factors. As Tyler T. Money McBee says Ron Swanson, Nicholas Boyer says Ron Burgundy. As Tanner Keith votes Richard Kachowski. Lone Peak quarterback gets a snap. He's going to throw it down to his left. Looking for the man, and big hit there by the Viking defender. I can't tell who that was. Looks like Matt Smith possibly with a big hit on the reception. It's going to be...
Oh, big play here.
And that was Rex Connors with the reception. Lone Peak offense going into the hurry up with 4th and 3 on the clock. Quarterback's going to get the snap. He's going to hand it up the middle. Play action, rolling out to his left. He's looking for the run, and he's not going to get it. Spun out of bounds there. Rex Connors with the big stop there on 4th down.
Nice play by Rex Connors to force him out of bounds after it looked like he had the edge. He was able to get that first down, but Rex Connors came out of nowhere and stopped it. Big 4th down stop there for Pleasant Grove. Give them ball back with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter.
Pleasant Grove student section still sitting quiet. I do believe that the people in this press box should go get them hyped up. Pleasant Grove offense taking the field, looking to respond with 3:36 left in the second quarter. Caleb Campbell in shotgun. 2 out to his left, 2 out to his right. Gets a snap. Throws it downfield. And looking for Isaac Vaha and incomplete. Isaac Vaha racking in scholarship offers from schools like Oregon State, BYU, Utah. Recently heard he got Arizona State as well as Utah State.
Much respect. And he's only a sophomore, right? Or junior?
Junior. Only a junior and still getting D1 offers.
Unreal.
And the Lone Peak student section is completely outclassing the Pleasant Grove student section. I am incredibly disappointed.
I am too.
And for some reason, there's an American flag being run around the field. Campbell's going under center. 2nd and 10. 3:31 left in the game. Second quarter, excuse me. Gonna hand it up the middle of the Rex Connors. Still on his feet after an attempted tackle and fights ahead for about 3 yards. Nothing stopping him there.
Yeah, took about 5 or 6 Lone Peak defenders to bring him down. That man is a bulldozer. Gets about 3 on the play, make it 3rd and 4 on the play, make it 3rd and 6.
Lone Peak quarterback Pleasant Grove's quarterback, Caleb Campbell going into center. He's going to roll it to his left. Looking downfield. Big hit after he's thrown.
He's getting smashed. That offensive line is just letting everyone through.
Lone Peak defense having more sacks tonight than the bag lady at Smith's.
Yes, that is very true.
It's going to be 4th and 6 here, and Pleasant Grove's going to punt this one away.
Once again, another punt by this Pleasant Grove special teams.
2:46 left in the second quarter.
See if
Lone Peak High School 7, your Pleasant Grove Vikings 0.
see if they can pin them deep and maybe get a turnover, get that ball back in good field position.
The punt is up and away. Low one there. Going to bounce down to the 5-yard line.
Oh,
And down to the 1, it looks like.
oh,
The
it's
refs
a
are going to call that a
touchback.
touchback.
That's unfortunate.
It was close. It was a really close one, but they're going to call it a touchback.
I think if he wouldn't have touched it, I think that would have stayed at the 1.
Yeah,
but
and
he
I'm not sure why he touched it there.
kind of
but
ran into it and it forced it to the 25.
Pleasant Grove's defense having a big game so far, and a great games all season, taking the field here. Looking to stop the Knights once again. They're playing great so far in this game, only giving up 7 points to an explosive Lone Peak offense. Lone Peak quarterback in shotgun. 2 out to his right, 2 out to his left. He's going to get the ball. He's going to hand it up the middle. And it's going to be stopped there for about 4 yards.
Yeah, once again, just loading that box, not letting them get anything.
2:18 left in the second quarter. Pleasant Grove student section, literally doing nothing. I'm really sad.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
Lone Peak quarterback's going to throw a screen pass out to his right for number 3, and Pleasant Grove defense read that all the way like an open book. Big stop there. We're going to be looking at 3rd and 9 probably.
Yeah, huge stop there for Pleasant Grove. Looks like it actually will be 3rd and 7, I think. Can't quite tell what the ref marked that.
.155 left in the game in the second quarter. Excuse me, sorry. Jack, favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oreo.
Jack going with Oreo. I think I'm going to have to take chocolate fudge brownie.
Not a bad option.
As the cheerleaders finally getting the Pleasant Grove student section to show some form of a pulse or life or anything.
And just like that, they're dead again.
And once again, they're deader than a doornail.
Thanks for the water.
As Jack finishes my water bottle. Someone has a foghorn or something that'll get that student section hyped up. The Vikings could really use it as they're looking a little stagnant here. But the defense is supposed to be stagnant, showing a clutch game so far. Quarterback, 3rd and 5. Gets a snap.
We're having an earthquake.
Looking to his left. And he's wrapped up for a sack there. Number 12 of the Vikings with a big sack there. Derek Ray with the sack in his senior night game with a big play. 4th and 5. Lone Peak's going to punt this one away.
Huge play there to force 4th down. Brought the pressure on that outside and was able to get the sack. The first of the game and a big one. Maybe get that offense rolling finally.
Derek Ray coming in big here when the senior night, last home game of his high school career.
Yep.
4th and 12. Lone Peak's going to take a timeout here and talk about how to punt this one away. Excuse me, Pleasant Grove's going to take a timeout. Thank you for tuning in, folks. This is PGSN. I'm Brendan Larson.
Oh, and this is Jack Paul.
Jack, get off your dang phone.
I cannot help it.
This is Michael Kachowski.
The girls are needed.
Jack, we're going to have a talk during halftime. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's what my parents say.
Exactly.
If you guys need girl help, talk to Tanner Keith.
Tanner Keith, the one and only ladies man. Lone Peak's going to punt this one away. They get it off successfully. It's going to be
That's a
around to
boomer.
the 40-yard line, fielded by Rex Connors. He's got room to run. He's going to bounce it himself. Juking defenders. He's got more moves than X-Lax as he's tackled at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, there was nowhere really to go. Just trying to get positive yards, maybe got 1 or 2 off the catch. And with about a minute 30 left, Pleasant Grove's got to move the chains really fast if they want to score here. Maybe give a long PAT or long field goal for Seth Lyman.
Now, let's see if we can get Seth Lyman in scoring position here. With a legs unlike I have ever seen.
Yes, he is a strong leg man.
Caleb Campbell's going to get the snap. Looking deep. He's feeling the pressure. He's going to escape. He's rolling. He's juking defenders and tackled for about a 7-yard gang there on the play.
Nice little scramble there. Feeling the pressure, stepped up in the pocket, had an open lane, and got about 7 yards.
Caleb Campbell showing he's a dual threat quarterback there on the play.
So after I do that, I think we can do that. And
Lone Peak blitzing. Caleb Campbell feeling the heat, and he's going to go down for a sack.
Yeah, Lone Peak just brought 7 guys there, and PG had 5 guys blocking, so 2
Lone Peak
free
brings
lines.
the house. 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Pleasant Grove out of timeouts. They're going to have to hustle here.
Yeah, it's looking like right now they're just going to probably knee it or run the ball.
I'd spike the ball and get Seth Lyman out on the field.
Oh, that's a bold strategy, not going to lie.
60 yards is nothing for that man.
It's more like a 77-yard field goal, but you never know.
My math is off once again. Caleb Campbell's going to throw a screen out to Jaden Maldonado. He's got a little room to run and tackled at the 42-yard line after a no gain on the play. Attempted screen play. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Clock's tick, 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 ticking away.
Yeah, and that... Oh, it looks like Lone Peak called a timeout.
And Lone Peak calls a timeout for some reason.
Maybe trying to get the ball back for one last play. Maybe for
fourth and 8 for the Vikings
offense.
here. Let's see how this turns out.
Find Pleasant Grove. Do not let Lone Peak get a return on the field goal. We saw what Deshaun Jackson did a couple years ago. He was able to return it. Don't let them return it.
Definitely think Pleasant Grove should attempt a field goal here.
It's a bold strategy.
I honestly think that's the wisest strategy at this point.
They are 77 yards out, but you never know.
77 yards for Seth Lyman is like a walk in the park.
You're not wrong.
It's going to take a bit, but you'll get there eventually.
It might bounce a couple times.
You don't bounce when you're walking in the park.
That's true.
So Pleasant Grove's going to punt this away. And that is number 22, Kale Mickelson with the punt. It's going to bounce down to the 20-yard line as they flip the field. And it's going to bounce 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And the Pleasant Grove's going to run the clock down to around 6 seconds. So let's see, putting them in pretty good defensive field position. Let's see if they can stop them here.
Yeah, I feel like they're just going to knee it. There's no point in risking it with only 1 timeout and 6 seconds left.
So we could be going into the second
10-yard
half.
line.
Lone Peak 7, Pleasant Grove 0. I suspect that'll be the first half score, but you never know. High school football.
And stay tuned for the halftime show. We do have Seth Lyman's highlight reel. It is going to be amazing. And we also might have an interview with Coach Wooten, so that'd be nice.
Bayless, excuse me.
Bayless, sorry. False information given.
And Lone Peak's going to nail this one. And that's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm Brendan Larson.
I am Jack Paul.
And stay tuned for the halftime show. We've got a great one coming up for you. That's all.
Thank you.
Van Overbeek from Pleasant. I'm interview with Coach Bayless. Coach.
Color guard director and show leader.
Bro, that was
Elizabeth
awesome.
Thompson, color guard instructor.
Seth's going to put that bad boy through. Seth Lyman out here for the PAT. He's been 1 for 1 here tonight. Let's see if he can keep his perfect PAT streak going. Kick was up and it is good there for Seth Lyman. Seth Lyman's going to boot this bad boy all the way back to the end zone, down to the 5-yard line, fielded by American Fork. This boy's got room to run in the 15. He's bouncing out at around the 20. He's got room to run at the 30. And Seth Lyman! Seth Lyman with the hit! Seth Lyman! Seth Lyman! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this great Wednesday night of high school football in Pleasant Grove, Utah. The hometown team, Pleasant Grove, is trailing the Lone Peak Knights 7-0 right now. So, Nick, how has the game gone so far?
Oh, it's gone pretty well. We've had our ups and downs lately, you know. One of the most important things we've stayed on top is our defense. Tanner, what do you think about our defense so far?
Well, only giving up 7 points, and I heard there was a big punt return in the first half to set up those points. So really keeping that offense from moving.
Yeah.
So, the big question, Nick. Richard Kachowski or Lightning Larry Luciano?
Well, for my personal opinion, I do love me some Richard Kachowski. But, on the other hand, Lightning Larry Luciano is one of our greatest players in the world.
One of the greatest players of all time there.
As you can see, the team is gathering up for
Getting ready to start off this second half. So, what were some big plays from the first half, I guess?
we did have a few good sacks in the first half. What do you think about the offense so far?
Well, the offense just hasn't gotten the ball moving so far. Hopefully they can turn that around in the second half to come back and tie up and take the lead in this game.
Absolutely. As you can see, Lone Peak is stretching out, getting ready for their second half.
The band is now taking the track. Nobody knows why or where they came from. Well, 55 seconds remain before this second half starts.
Who gets the ball? Who gets the ball?
I've just been informed that Lone Peak will be receiving the ball to start off this second half. And hopefully we can stop them quickly and get the ball back, Nick.
Absolutely. If we just stay on top of their offense, then we can pull through this game and win it.
Easily. Easy money.
As you can see, the crowd is going wild over the second half.
Shout out to those cheerleaders that are on the track too. As your Pleasant Grove kicking team is taking the field, we would like to thank Nick Boyer for joining us to start this second half off.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Brendan Larson back on the microphone, replacing the one and only Nicholas Boyers. We let him run our halftime show. Great job, Nick. 10 out of 10. Look to see him in future sports broadcasting productions. You're doing a great job existing.
Yes.
I'm Brendan Larson, your play-by-play.
And I'm Nick Boyer, your color.
And Tanner has taken on an alternate identity.
Dustin Spindler. Colby Farley. I have many of those.
So Seth Lyman's going to kick this away for the Pleasant Grove Vikings. The one and only Seth Lyman. Beautiful,
sophomore kicker.
Beautiful boy.
I've heard
Sophomore
he's had
kicker.
some competition for this kicking spot.
Nobody can outcompete Seth. Seth's going to squib this one. Beautiful. Over the top of the Lone Peak. Seth playing that all the way as it bounces to the 7-yard line.
Ooh,
Lone Peak, dude's got it, and he's going to run it out to around the 23-yard line. Seth definitely had that squib kick planned the entire way.
Well, very impressive in my opinion. Got it to bounce right over the guy, and then the other guy missed it.
That definitely takes some mental planning.
Yes. Sets up this Lone Peak team in their own side of the field.
.56 left in the third quarter. It's just getting underway. Lone Peak 7, your Pleasant Grove Vikings nothing. Let's see if they can return the score here.
Well, Pleasant
Lone
Grove.
Peak quarterback is going to get it and throw a screen pass out to number 1. Keenan Wood with the reception. Or Keenan Young or Sean Wood. That was Sean Wood with the reception. Number 1.
Is that the quarterback?
Quarterback number 17 for the Lone Peak Knights. Not sure who their quarterback is due to a roster we just received. It's number 14, excuse me.
Luke Romney, the 5'10 junior, 170 pounds, about half of a unit of a man, catches the ball, wrapped up by the Pleasant Grove Vikings after a first down on 2nd and 1.
Well, 2 good reads to start off the second half by this quarterback. Finds his open receivers and gets the ball past the first down line to gain. Hopefully this Pleasant Grove defense can stop them here.
As, ladies and gentlemen, Tanner Keith has rejoined me in the press box, making his glorious return.
I am still Colby Farley.
As Lone Peak runs the ball up the middle for about 5 yards.
Pretty solid run right there. Some fans seem to be thinking there was a holding. I didn't see it.
Quarterback's going to hand the ball up the middle. Lone Peak running back got room to run out to the sideline. He's going to dive ahead for a first down. Let's see if they're going to give it to him. Yep, he's going to dive ahead for the first down. Luke Romney with the handoff to a running back. We'll say that.
No clue what his number is. But trying to get the ball outside there. Porter Connors is able to stop him before he can break it for a big gain, but he still is able to dive for the first down.
Luke Romney in shotgun, gets the snap, hands it off to number 26, it looks like, and wrapped up by the Viking defenders like a Taco Bell employee wrapping up a burrito.
Nice one, James. Well, great tackle there by the senior Cooper King. Just not letting him go anywhere. Sets up the 2nd and long.
Cooper King showing strong tonight here on Pleasant Grove Senior Night. Last home game for these wonderful seniors.
I'm gonna cry.
Luke Romney in shotgun. 2 out to his right, 1 out to his... 2 out to his left, 1 out to his right, excuse me. Gets a snap, looking to his left. He's got time to run. He's going to roll out to his left in the pocket. He's feeling the heat. Pass is caught by number 46 on the side. He's got a first round and a little run and hit out of bounds by number 2 for Pleasant Grove.
Well, good coverage to start off the play by Pleasant Grove. Quarterback is able to roll out left. Finds the open receiver who breaks a couple tackles.
Caden Bishop with the stop there for Pleasant Grove's defense. Lone Peak's going to run it up the middle there for about 4 more yards.
Another run there by this Lone Peak offense, just trying to move the ball down the field. Driving into Pleasant Grove territory. Hopefully these mighty Vikings can slow them down and not let them score to grow the lead.
Quarterback Luke Romney in shotgun gets a snap, looking to his left, throwing to his left, caught by number 1 and wrapped up by Caden Bishop after a first down there for Lone Peak. Lone Peak offense picking up steam here right out of the gates in the second half.
Well, just doing the short passes, Pleasant Grove's not pressing the wide receivers, so when they catch the ball, they just can make one move and go a couple yards, and that's what they've been doing so far.
Luke Romney in shotgun. Looking to his right, looking to his left, motioning with his hands. Gets a snap, looking to his right, throwing to his right. He's got his man, incomplete drop pass there.
Well, trying to hit that quick out. Romney just throws a little outside of the receiver's hands and bobbles it there and can't bring it in to lead to the second down.
Let's see if Pleasant Grove can get a defensive score here. That would be preferable.
That would be very impressive. Matt Smith, big leader on this defense. You can see him making a key play here.
Playing in his final senior game. Luke Romney gets a snap, looking to his right, firing to his right, and incomplete, almost intercepted there by the Pleasant Grove defense. It's going to be 3rd and 10. 9:01 left in the 3rd quarter.
Trying to hit that quick post to the inside, just through the hands of Derek Ray.
Lone Peak offense, 3rd and 10, 9:01 left in the game. Luke Romney gets the play. As the student sections are starting to duke it out with each other, their mutual hatred growing and growing throughout this game.
Looking to keep this drive
Romney
going.
gets a snap, looking to his right. He's going to run out to his left, feeling the pressure, and brought down for a sack by the Viking defense. 17, Evan Robinson with the big stop on 3rd down. It's going to be 4th and 10.
Robinson, one of the key players on this Vikings offense and defense, this whole team. just gunning it right off the snap and able to find a lane to get to the quarterback, which
So
is
Lone Peak's
too-
going to attempt a field goal here.
not as good as Seth Lyman, but
Nothing compared to Seth Lyman.
trying to tack on some points with this 43-yard kick.
It's going to be a rough one. The snap is up. The kick is away and through the uprights as the kicker definitely channeled his inner Seth Lyman and put it through.
The kick is made by the senior Nate Ritchie. Which
Interesting names on the roster here tonight, as there always is in Utah Valley teams.
Yes. Very interesting. There are
Interesting.
2 Luke Tuckers on this team. Both are 6'4", both weigh 205 pounds. Both are juniors. What are the
Interesting.
odds?
So Pleasant Grove's going to come onto the field for the return here. And Nate Ritchie, the senior kicker for Lone Peak, coming out onto the field as well. So back to return for the Vikings. It seems we have number 14, I think, Jaden Maldonado, and it looks like number 7, Colton Bayless, to return. Lone Peak kicker marking his steps wisely. Eyeing the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boots it away. Skying high all the way down to the 5-yard line. Caught by Jaden Maldonado on the move. Ruining under to about the 20 and bouncing out to around the 25-yard line and out of bounds.
Well, good return there by Maldonado. Finding a little hole to take it about 21 yards and sets up Pleasant Grove in okay field position here. What are some things that the Vikings offense needs to improve on to catch up in this
I
game?
think the Viking offense just needs to put points on up on the board. They've only had a gain of about 40 yards so far in this game, and that was about it. Definitely need to get the ball moving and get some positive yardage, and that would be crucial for the Vikings. Caleb Campbell in shotgun. 1 out to his left, 2 out to his right. He's going to hand it up the middle to one of the Connors, and they're going to be stopped for about a no gain on the play. 8:09 left in the third quarter. Lone Peak 10, your Pleasant Grove Vikings 0.
This Lone Peak defense is reading this offense the whole way, able to tackle him for after a gain of 2.
Josh made some.
Oh yeah, they're right here. I just whenever I play them, it cuts you guys out, so I tend to play them whenever.
As I recently I just had a conversation with Colby, our producer, about graphics. Caleb Campbell gets a snap. Looking to his right. Throwing to his right. Excuse me, his left. Incomplete either way.
Campbell having no time there. Linebacker unblocked, hits the quarterback, and just can't find a receiver, leading to a 3rd and 8.
The Pleasant Grove offensive line having some struggles here tonight as their quarterback Caleb Campbell is under a lot of pressure. In the words of Queen and David Bowie, under pressure, pushing down on me.
Very interesting. Something
As the
to
Pleasant Grove
ponder
student section has
about.
finally woken the freak up, and they're cheering on their team.
Cheerleaders are also awake, for those of you who are
Tanner,
wondering.
we do not look at the cheerleaders.
See me, maybe.
Campbell throws the screen out to Rex. Rex still on his feet and dodging tacklers this way and right. There's a flag out on the play. Let's see what the ref has to call here.
We believe it's a face mask call. I'm just guessing, though.
Tanner with his expert analysis on the play.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky.
Michael Scott. And I was 100%.
Face mask on the play on Lone Peak, and this is going to be a first down for the Vikings. Penalty is really the only offensive gain they can get so far in this game.
Yeah, they just need to put together some good plays, which Lone Peak's reading everything they try and do so far.
Campbell in shotgun. 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Gets the ball. Play action. He's already under pressure. He's rolling out to his right. And he's going to keep it himself and run it out of bounds for about a no gain on the play.
Trying to run that read option there. Keeps it for himself, but just nowhere to go. Bounces outside to the right for about 2 to 3 yards before being forced out of bounds.
Caleb Campbell definitely under a lot of pressure tonight
Last game of his senior year.
before the playoffs. We will have the playoffs here for you on PGSN. We will definitely be broadcasting those for you, so make sure to tune in for those. We'll let you know when they're coming up. Also, Tanner, do we have any word in our social media account for the chat?
No word
channel?
yet.
No word yet in our social media account. It will soon be coming. Kale Mickelson taking the ball forward for about 4 yards or so. It's going to be looking at 3rd and long here for the Vikings coming up. 6:55 left in the third quarter.
Well, Campbell not being able to throw the ball deep at all this drive. Just dumps it off to his wide receiver for about 3 yards. Not much going for this offense so far other than that big penalty on Lone Peak.
In the words of Landon Castle, indeed. Vikings break huddle, excuse me. Coming to the line and shotgun. 3rd and 8. Crucial 3rd down here as the Vikings have the ball near midfield, approaching enemy territory. Campbell gets a snap, feeling the pressure already. Throws. Quick play. Oh! Dropped by Cale Mickelson, excuse me, on the
I
attempted
believe
pass.
that's Porter Connors, but I'm not sure. Could be Cale Mickelson. But Campbell being under pressure once again, this offensive line not holding for him whatsoever.
Campbell a bit rattled after that big hit there. So the Vikings are going to punt this one away as there's some disgruntled parents in the audience that are very audible. The kick is up and away. This one's going to bounce around the 20, bounce forward to the 21, and down at around the 22 by the Viking special teams.
The
23-yard line is where they mark the ball down. This Knights offense trying to tack on more points. Hopefully the Vikings defense can stop him.
Viking defense having a stout game so far, only allowing 10 points to this explosive Lone Peak offense. See if they can tighten things up from their previous possession on defense. Quarterback Luke Romney's going to motion a dude in and out, and he is going to be eaten alive for breakfast, lunch, and dinner by the Viking defense.
We're trying to confuse this defense with calling the player in motion. Hands it off up the middle, though, and gets about 2 yards before being taken down. Running back now, limping off the field.
As the Lone Peak student section is bouncing around like a bunch of Mexican jumping beans.
Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Not American, Mexican.
And the Lone Peak running back is going to be eaten again once for more dessert. The Viking defense is hungry, hungry, hungry like a bunch of hippos tonight, and they're eating everything in sight.
We take no copyright in that whatsoever. Tatioi forcing the pressure on the running back, just using his big muscles to force him backwards.
3rd and 7 for Lone Peak here. About 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I'm Brendan Larson.
And I'm Tobias Harris. Starting
Tanner
small
Keith,
forward.
once again changing his identity.
Philadelphia 76ers. Standing in at 6'8",
Luke Romney gets a snap. Looking back, looking left, throwing deep. And it is no good there. Excellent defensive play there by the Vikings. Matthew Smith. And I believe that was Cale Mickelson with defensive
I don't believe
player.
Cale plays defense. But
Cale Mickelson.
that is Cooper Camberlango, number
That
23.
is number 22. That is Cale
No,
Mickelson.
that is 23, Cooper Camberlango.
That is 22.
23.
Me and Tanner have come to a disagreement on the defensive player.
22 and a half. Cale Camberlango.
Yes.
Son.
So the punt is up and away for Lone Peak. It's going to be fielded by Matt Smith at the 35-yard line, running to the 40. He's got room, still on his feet at the 50, and tackle at about the 49-yard line there. Matt Smith taking it into opponent territory there for his final senior home game.
Good return there by Smith, being able to cross the field and take it on the side with less defenders. Gets about 20 yards before he's tackled around the 49-yard line.
So once again, excuse me, we'll save that segment for later.
Very interesting. Colton Bayless running onto the field late, just like he runs in the Japanese class.
Good one, Tanner.
Probably moving a little slower than
Colton Bayless wearing a swimsuit to school today for, quote, Wet Wednesday, end quote. Caleb Campbell throwing, looking for his man. Oh, big. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. Looked like the play was made on the ball, but incomplete there as it was dropped after a big hit, looking for Cale Mickelson.
Rocked by the safety there, but good sportsmanship helping him up. Probably about 3 times the size of the wide receiver there.
Good sportsmanship, something you often don't see from players from Lone Peak.
Indeed.
And students.
Indeed.
And anyone attending that school.
Indeed.
Pleasant Grove breaking huddle. Coming to the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 49-yard line. Game is in their hands. 4:24 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. They're going to need it. Evan Robinson playing the quarterback. He's going to play Wildcat. He's going to take it himself, running it for about 4 yards, still on his feet for more yards, and brought out at around the 42-yard line after a gain of 6 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Vikings.
Pretty good
Evan
run
Robinson
there by.
running the Wildcat there.
Pretty good run there by Evan, getting outside and pushing forward for about 5 yards.
Evan's going to remain quarterback here as the Vikings switch things up with Caleb Campbell for Evan Robinson. Evan surveying the defense. Motions the wide receiver out, Vaha. Fumbled snap. He's going to take it himself anyway. Still on his feet. Still running ahead. And tackled for about 1 yard short of the first down.
Good play after dropping the snap there. Doesn't quite get the first, but puts this offense in pretty good field position.
It's going to be 4th and short here for the Vikings.
I believe Wooten's going to make a gutsy call and keep his offense on the field.
Wooten subbing on Campbell for Evan there at the quarterback position. Caleb's going under center. It looks like they're going to attempt a quarterback sneak. Tatioli's behind him at the fullback, and Rex is behind Tatioli. I wonder if we could see Rex leapfrog Tatioli there for a first down. They're going to hand it off to Rex. Rex is going to keep it up the middle, charging ahead for a first down, a few more yards. Excellent play there by Rex Connors, converting on the 4th down. Absolutely clutch, just when the Vikings needed it most. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left remaining in the third quarter. The Vikings are knocking on the red zone door.
Well, the Lone Peak defense blatantly jumped across the line there. Apparently all the refs had their eyes closed at the same time. Pretty magnificent.
The refs definitely used the Venmo app before the game, as we like to say here at PGS.
I don't believe on that one. They just all had a synchronized closing of the eyes. But Rex Connor's able to power his way through with those big twin muscles.
Synchronized closing of the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first on Pleasant Grove Sports
You've heard
Network.
of synchronized swimming, but
Synchronized swimming,
closing of
definitely
the
a
eyes.
difficult sport.
Yes, almost as difficult as
Marching band.
Super Smash Bros. Is what I was going to say.
Super Smash Bros. Definitely hard sport. Our Super Smash Bros. Club here at Pleasant Grove High had a match yesterday against AF. I'm not sure how that went, but shout out to the Super Smash Bros. Club. They're killing it. Brendan O'Keefe, probably one of the best smashers of all time.
No pun intended.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. 3:10 left in the third quarter. Timeout on the field.
Well,
Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brendan Larson.
And I am Nick Boyer once again.
As Tanner Keefe once again changes his identity.
Shout out to the real Nick Boyer, though, for being one of the only people I know to speak fluently in anime.
Very impressive there. Takes a lot of hours watching anime.
Yes. Tries to have conversations with me, and I have no idea what's going on.
Vikings break huddle after a first down.
Tatioi looking like a monster out there.
Tatioli definitely looking terrifying.
Very
Wouldn't be
big
surprised
muscles.
if he was also James Sullivan.
I see why
from
they call it
Monsters,
the
Inc.
gluteus maximus. Because very maximus.
Caleb Campbell going under center. Motions Cale across the middle. Gets a snap. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Throwing it across the middle. Caught. Porter Connors with the reception for about 8 yards. Pleasant Grove coming alive here in the third quarter towards the end.
Those big twins out there just showing off why they're so good. After the run and the reception by one of them, I don't know which one.
Rex and Porter with their long flowing hair, those majestic manes, flexing on almost every team in the Valley. quite literally.
Very literally.
Caleb Campbell surveying the defense like General Custer at his last stand. Campbell, he's going to throw it over the middle. He's got a wide open man in the end zone. Caught by Cale Mickelson. Touchdown, Vikings. Pleasant Grove's going to take it in for 6, baby. And they're on this game. They put points up on the board. Watch out, Lone Peak. We're back in this game.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. The one time that this offense has a good blocking set, he throws a touchdown. So if they do that more, I could see more points on the board.
Cale Mickelson going sky high for the touchdown there. And your boy, the one, the only, the magnificent, the majestic,
Brigham
the everything,
Ray.
Seth Lyman out on the field here. The PAT is up, and it is good for Seth Lyman. Absolutely clutch, putting the Vikings within 3 points of the Lone Peak Knights.
This is where Ray Allen's specialty comes in. 3-pointers. Corner 3 tied up against the San Antonio Spurs a couple years ago.
Should I play the Seth Lyman highlight?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all 56 of you staying loyal, true, and blue and tuning in here to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. The Vikings just putting points up on the board with Caleb Campbell to Cale Mickelson. Touchdown. 2:27 left in the third quarter.
Richard Kachowski.
As the Pleasant Grove student section is back in this game. The student section really a key component to every football game in my eyes.
Very key and very component.
Very high and very low key. Seth Lyman, he's going to kick this one away. The absolute monster of a man. Boots it all the way back to the 5-yard line, fielded by Lone Peak. He's got room to run at the 20. He's got more room to run. He's got more room to run. And Seth Lyman coming up with another tackle on the play.
Seth making the initial contact with the help of the one and only late to Japanese child, Colton Bayless.
Colton Bayless and Seth Lyman coming up on the play with a gang tackle. That has probably one of the greatest plays in high school football I have ever seen.
You're going to have to extend your Seth Lyman highlight.
My Seth Lyman highlight just grew a little with Seth Lyman coming up with an absolutely probably one of the clutchest plays in high school history. If he didn't stop that, that runner would have taken that bad boy to the house and Lone Peak would put 6 more up on the board. Seth Lyman keeping the Vikings in this game with a great hit there on special teams.
That hit was made by one of the greatest special teams duos between Utah Lake and the Rocky Mountains. You guessed it, Seth Lyman and Colton Bayless. Shout out to Bench Mob.
Yes. Number 1 with the reception there, tackled for about 8 yards. Bench Mob, Ethan Morley, Brigham Ray, Seth Lyman, TJ Hess,
and Richard Kachowski.
And Richard Kachowski on the bench for the Vikings.
Spanish name, Kachowski.
Yes. So quarterback Luke Romney and the Lone Peak Knights are going to see if they can respond here to Pleasant Grove. 2nd and 4 here on the 42-yard line. Romney's going to looking deep. He's got a man wide open. He's got him at the 30-yard line and tackled by Matt Smith on the play. First down, Lone Peak. As the Pleasant Grove parents are growing increasingly aggravated toward the referees.
I believe they were yelling at their own children out on the field.
Tanner Keith with a controversial football take here.
Very controversial.
Luke Romney throwing out to his right, incomplete. Though I do believe the Lone Peak wide receiver heard the footsteps of Matt Smith and got scared.
Matthew Smith. Senior safety. Pretty solid player from my point of view.
Very solid dude.
Player.
Thank you, Tanner.
Very solid.
So, President Fran, sticking with the sack theme tonight and making the students all come out to the game in garbage sacks. I'm not sure why our student body President Fran did that, but we will stand by his side no matter what because he is our president. Luke Romney's going to throw it out to them. He's got a man at the 20. First down, Lone Peak Knights as they are marching down the field here in the third quarter.
Another completion here by Romney. Puts them in almost in red zone territory. Hopefully this Vikings offense.
Romney's going to hand it up the middle to his running back. He's got a first down and a wee bit more. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Lone Peak Knights 10, your Pleasant Grove Vikings 7. We've got a close one, classic game on our hands here tonight, Tanner.
This will be an ESPN instant classic on NCAA football.
Definitely.
Hopefully this Vikings defense, though, can keep them to 3 points or block the 3 points.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our poll question tonight is who has the better mustache, Ron Swanson or Ron Burgundy? Feel free to comment in the comment section. Luke Romney throwing it deep, looking for his man. Incomplete there. Great play there by Rex Porters as he steps over him, leaving his man on the ground and walking away. As the Lone Peak player is a little slow to get up. I would be too if I'd just been taken down by Rex Connors.
Connors, again, one of the twins, showing how versatile they are. Receiver slow to get up.
Definitely saw the mighty Thunder of Valhalla coming down with that hit.
Indeed.
As we have Valhalla just directly east of us, about 10 feet, I'd say, or so. You'll see a lot more Valhalla in basketball season. Pleasant Grove's esteemed basketball stadium. It's something to behold.
Led by Coach Mack, the returning coach of greatness, also the greatest golf coach in Pleasant Grove School at the moment, along with Coach Scoville sharing the title at the moment.
Luke Romney in shotgun. Claps his hands, gets a snap, looking to his left, looking to his right. He's going to throw it to his right. He's got a man. It is incomplete there. Excellent coverage there by the Pleasant Grove Vikings.
Great effort there by the receiver. Just can't quite hold on to the ball and get his feet inbounds, but great play on the defense as well. Just setting up a 3rd and 10. Let's see if they bring the pressure once again. Evan Robinson could, if he's on the field, could make a key stop here.
Big shout out to our crew tonight. We got Josiah McDonald up working the cameras. We got Braden and Josh on the sideline getting some dope footage. And Landon Van Overbeat too. And Kobe Farley, our producer. Romney's going to throw. It is complete there. Caught for a first down by a Lone Peak receiver.
It's Pleasant Grove's defense just not covering the quick routes.
Sean Wood with the reception. First down, Lone Peak. 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Clock's winding down. Romney's going to take his team to the line. Pleasant Grove's going to need a big stop on defense. Romney's getting the snap. He's going to keep it himself with the middle and wrapped up by the Pleasant Grove defense like Taco Amigo employees wrapping up a burrito.
Indeed. Great run-stopping ability by this defense. Will send us to the 4th quarter of this game.
2-1. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Your Pleasant Grove Vikings 7, the Lone Peak Knights 10. Seth Lyman highlight coming up now. And Seth's going to put that bad boy through. Seth Lyman out here for the PAT. He's been 1 for 1 here tonight. Let's see if he can keep his perfect PAT streak going. Kick was up and it is good there for Seth Lyman. Seth Lyman's going to boot this bad boy all the way back to the end zone, down to the 5-yard line, fielded by American Fork. This boy's got room to run in the 15. He's bouncing out at around the 20. He's got room to run at the 30. And Seth Lyman! Seth Lyman with the hit! Seth Lyman! Seth Lyman! Ladies and gentlemen, that was a Seth Lyman highlight made by an anonymous source. We're going to get to our shout-outs tonight. So, first of all, I'd like to give a big shout-out to Jelly-Filled Donuts. Delicious cream-filled pastries filled with jelly and all sorts of stuff. When I'm going to Macy's, I know I'm picking up a jelly-filled donut. Shout-out to Joe Ingles, probably the nastiest shooter in the history of the NBA, the dad bod god. The receding hairline makes him all the more powerful. And Lone Peak's coming to the line here. Game's right underway. Luke Romney's looking to his left. He's going to throw out to his right. He's got a man wide open. Incomplete there. Trying to one-hand grab. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for, 3rd and goal for the Lone Peak Knights coming up here. While we're at it, shout out to Nickelback, the worst band of all time.
Can't agree more. Great effort by the receiver there. Just outthrown. Maximum effort for minimum results. Like always.
Our poll question of the night is, who do you think has a better mustache, Ron Swanson or the man Ron Burgundy? Feel free to leave that in the comment section. Luke Romney's getting the snap, looking to his left, firing to his left, batted down there by the Viking defense.
Now here's where Lone Peak's coach has to
Cooper King
think
knocking
about
down the
decision.
pass, spiking the ball like a volleyball player. Shout out to our girls volleyball team, currently ranked #1 in the state. Those ladies are KILLING, killing it.
Got me confused after the first K there.
Tanner's brain processes are a little slow.
Whittle, like Charlotte's Web. Going for it on 4th here.
Fourth and goal here for the Lone Peak Knights. They're going for it. Risky move. Romney's got the ball. He's feeling the heat for the Pleasant Grove defense, and they're going to take him down. The Pleasant Grove defense got to him, stopped him on 4th down. Big stop there for the Pleasant Grove Vikings. They've got the game right in front of them. About 80 yards to go, and they're in business, baby.
Well, Romney just froze in his tracks there. Saw Tatioli coming, and he just was like, oh my goodness, I have nowhere to go. And he's swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of 12. Sets up Campbell on this offense for a chance to take the lead here.
Luke Romney, as a quarterback, looking more confused there in the pocket than I do in the women's hair care section of Walmart. Pleasant Grove offense taking the field here. Campbell, he's going to counter. He's going to hand it off to your boy Matt Smith, and he's going to be dropped for about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and long for the Vikings here. Really need to capitalize on this offensive possession with 11:33 left in the 4th quarter, down 3. Everything's on the line here in this big rivalry matchup. Tanner, as we mentioned earlier in the game, Lone Peak having a recent court dispute, I would say, having all their wins so far had to be forfeited for having an ineligible player on their roster.
Yeah, well, I believe they're going to try and appeal this, but they know the rules, and you're not supposed to be able to do that.
So Lone Peak, technically sitting in the standings right now, is 0-9 here. Pleasant Grove still needing to capitalize on this win. Caleb Campbell rolling out. He's going to throw it incomplete, looking there for Porter Connors on the play.
Coach is looking disgusted by this offense, I believe. That's not what he was going for there.
3rd and 12 for the Vikings here. Definitely need some yards. It's do or die, quite literally.
Not wanting to give up any time for this Knights offense to drive, but we need to get a 1st down here. Hopefully Campbell can put together a good throw.
10:58 left in the 4th quarter. Campbell, one out to his right. Left. 2 fullbacks. Gets a snap. Looking. Rolls out to his right. Throws it downfield. Incomplete.
Campbell just throwing it away there. Not trusting his receivers, I guess, enough, but...
And the Vikings are going to punt this one away after a missed opportunity on offense after a brilliant defensive stop.
Costly choice there by Campbell. We could see a fake punt here, though, from Evan Robinson.
Evan Robinson, the champion of the one and only fake punt.
You guessed it. Fake punt, fake run, and then punted. Nope.
Cale Mickelson going to boot this one away down to the 45 and out of bounds.
He's just not playing. No, he's not playing at all. He was playing quarterback 3 minutes ago.
Really?
It seems the Vikings are missing a key component of their offense and defense and special teams. Evan Robinson, nowhere to be found on the field.
Well, Robinson not being able to go on the field, we're not sure why.
Mysteries unknown.
Lefty punter for this team.
Luke Romney, after a massive sack, seems to be recovered. Hands it off up the middle to his running back. He's going to charge ahead for about 9 yards.
Does anybody come up with the question, is Luke Romney related to Mitt Romney?
If you have the answer to that question, feel free to comment
in the
Been-
comment section.
It's been bugging me all night, and
Also, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Here at PGSN, your viewership is key and very important and dear to our hearts. So, like and subscribe, and always tune in every week. So, Romney's going to check down to his man at the 20-yard line. Good for a first down.
receiver was wide open there on the out route. Just this defense kind of falling apart on those short passes. Puts them in the red zone once again.
Short passing definitely seems to be the weakness of this Pleasant Grove defense all year long. Romney breaks huddle, brings his team to about the 17-yard line, give or take. Two out to his right, one out to his left. Gets the ball, pulling, looking to his right. He's going to fire to his right, and it is incomplete. Good coverage there by the Vikings.
Pleasant Grove bringing the pressure once again, but Romney just throws it out of the reach of both receivers. Leads to a second down.
.9:49 left here in the fourth quarter. Game is on the line. 2nd and 10. Vikings look trying to avoid going 1-2 here in the last 3 weeks. Knights breaking huddle. 2nd and 10. Pleasant Grove looking to play it safe on coverage. And this one's going to be tossed up and incomplete there. Pleasant Grove having good coverage so far. 3rd and 10 for Lone Peak. Tanner, how many times a day do you brush your beloved teeth?
Same as last time. 2 times a day, not week. Day.
Tanner coming in clutch with the recommended amount by the American Dental Association. Very good job, sir.
Thank you.
You get a gold star.
Sadly, Dustin Spindler, the 6-timer a day,
He's not
isn't
with us at the moment. Romney gets a snap, looking to his right, throwing right. Is I can't see what the ref says. Incomplete there on the attempted pass. So it's going to be 4th and 10 once again.
Keeping this offense on the field, knowing that a field goal won't put them up enough.
The Lone Peak coach having a lot of guts, keeping his team on the field, trying to put this game away. Coach Mark Wooten, a genius, probably a wizard that we don't know about, calling up some sort of crazy play. 4th down here as the stadium comes alive. I can feel the electric in the air, to quote one of my favorite movies, Kicking and Screaming. Romney gets a snap. I can't hear myself talk. Looking out, rolling out to his left, throwing to his right. It is
Caught and held on to.
caught at the 2nd-yard line. Vikings avoiding a touchdown there on the play.
Another good pass by Romney. This Vikings defense still not doing good against the passing game. Gives up the 12-yard reception to put him in pretty good scoring position.
9:24 left in the 4th quarter. Romney's going to take it Wildcat under the end zone, and it looks like he's going to be choked up.
Again, this run defense stopping the
Choking harder than the New York Knicks against Reggie Miller in the Eastern Conference Finals.
throwback to the 1600s. I mean 1970s.
That was the 90s, bud.
Oh.
And Romney's going to take it over the goal line. One ref
Receiver.
signals touchdown. The other ref making his way over. I'm not sure what the call on the field is. Touchdown, Lone Peak. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again.
So the wannabe Seth Lyman comes out into the field for Lone Peak. He's going to kick it through the uprights.
And
I'll give
it
him
is
this.
good.
He's a good wannabe Seth Lyman. He's very good at his job.
Very good wannabe.
Happy birthday to our producer, Colby Farley. Definitely one of my role models in life.
It's your birthday?
As
And
Tanner didn't realize it was Colby's birthday.
If you guys want to bring us food here in the PGSN press box, that'd
We
be
would
much
be
appreciated.
Delighted. Food is very delightful and tasty.
If you also have a cure for diabetes, please let Tanner.
Oh yeah, that'd also be very nice.
The Pleasant Grove student section looking very, very sad. Sadder than BYU fans realizing that they've lost once again to the Utah this year.
And Toledo.
And Toledo. Takes a lot of work to lose to Toledo.
Now we're going to be on their third string quarterback for this week's game.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. So the wannabe Seth Lyman is going to check up for his kick. 40-yard line. Back to return for the Vikings, Colton Bayless, and the one and only Jaden Maldonado. The kick is a squibber down to the 5-yard line, fielded by Colton Bayless. And down to the 20-yard line, returned by Colton Bayless. The one and only man late to Japanese class every time without fail.
Easy money. Cash money, as my good friend Nick Boyer says almost every sentence. Fits it in there.
Shout out to Nicholas Boyer. A very special kid.
Got his hair repermed today. Says it smells like acid.
Acid, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to clarify that word Tanner said was acid.
Acid.
To avoid any misconfusion, we did not use profanity upon broadcast.
ACID acid.
Campbell motioning Kale across the middle. Campbell, rolling out to his right. He's got Kale for about 5 yards forward. Progress is going to give him 7.
Pretty good catch there. Thrown to the ground like a rag doll, though, by these big Lone Peak safeties.
Kale literally got picked up and thrown like a sack of potatoes on that play.
Almost as good as DeAndre Hopkins' suplex.
Shout out to WWE SmackDown, coming to you live on Friday nights on Fox. WWE, if you're out there and you want to sponsor us, hit us up. Also, if any of you people are genuinely interested in sponsoring PGSN, please contact the high school secretary's desk or leave your information in the comment section. Pitch out to Rex Connors, and he's going to be wrapped up for about no gain on the play. It's going to be third and medium distance.
Well, Wooten's sticking with this run game he loves so much, but nothing really coming from it so far. Leads to a 3rd and 5.
Colby, what makes you want to spend your birthday with us?
I don't even know.
Colby doesn't know why he's here on his birthday. Got any fun birthday plans after this, Colby?
No.
Colby doesn't have any fun birthday plans. Sad.
Sounds like a great birthday.
I mean, that. Evan Robinson has returned to the field for the Vikings. Beside Caleb Campbell in the shotgun. Lone Peak showing blitz as they've been doing all game. They haven't really needed to do much else. And they bring the heat. Campbell's going to float it up looking for Rex on the play, and Rex just got outran on it. It's going to be 4th and 5 with 7:15 left in the 4th quarter.
Wooten disgusted on the play there. Clearly not what he called. Making his punt team go out once again.
The Vikings are going to punt this one away. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw a fake on this play.
Tiki Mill.
Yes.
No, that is one of the players' names. Tiki Millie, actually.
Thank you, Tanner, for that
You are
in-depth
very welcome.
analysis. Kale's going to punt this one. Low one, tipped on the kick. It's going to bounce to the 49-yard line of Pleasant Grove side of the field.
Well, he doesn't quite have the leg of Evan Robinson, but
Or Seth Lyman. Whenever
Or
legs are mentioned, you have to bring up
Samuel
Seth Lyman.
Keith, backup freshman team kicker.
Fantastic.
My little brother, too.
Shout out to my little brother, William Larson, for cleaning up the mess that jerk who toilet papered me left. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know the culprit of the toilet papering, please let me know. For
Toilet
revenge shall
papering.
be imminent.
Toilet paperized. Toilet paperism.
Luke Romney in shotgun. Hands it off up the middle to his running back. Plowing ahead for 5 yards, maybe more, about 8 yards on the carry.
Attrition starting to set in for this Vikings defense.
Coach Mark Wooten looking like Gordon Ramsay trying a mediocre spinach salad. Absolutely disgusted with the defense there.
So is that fan right there, if you could hear him.
As Landon Van Overbeek has entered the press booth, and Lone Peak's going to run this up the middle for a few more yards, and Pleasant Grove defense is just going to pull the chain on him all the way back. Let's see where the refs mark this. Their forward progress is going to get him the first down. 6:28 left in the fourth quarter. Lone Peak 17, your Pleasant Grove Vikings 7. Luke Romney in shotgun. Gets a snap, hands it off up the middle. Dude bouncing out for about 4 yards and swallowed up by the Viking defense as they ate him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Threw on some hot sauce, guzzled it down with Mountain Dew.
Pretty late night right now. I'm very tired at the moment.
If you have food, that'd be dope. You want to bring it to us.
Or
We're in the
any-
press box on the left side.
Any caffeinated beverage whatsoever.
Shout out to caffeinated beverages. Shout out to Sister Cook and Sister Jensen. Luke Romney gets a snap, hands it off with the middle. Running back's got about 6 yards and a few more. Run defense falling apart here for Pleasant Grove as Aiden Gunnell has entered the press box. Luke Romney gets the ball, hands it off with the middle. Running back hit very, very, very hard and still on his feet. Charging head for a first down. Tanner, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, Pleasant Grove just giving up a bunch of those big pass plays. And
Yeah,
just
definitely got to tighten up the defense.
not
for
being
sure.
able to get this offense moving very well.
And Lone Peak's going to run it up the middle again. This game is looking about as bland as every piece of school lunch.
Every piece.
All
There's
the
not
pieces of school lunch.
one piece of joy.
Every
you
meal
will
of school
find.
lunch is more entertaining than this game right now. As screams of high frequency are emanating from outside the press box. I'm not sure where the origin of those screams were, but shout out to whoever made them. And the cheerleaders are throwing out t-shirts. I want one. Handoff up the middle for Lone Peak. All they're going to do is run this ball and run the clock out. That's all they really have to do. Lone Peak taking a page out of Kyle Whittingham, University of Utah football coach, where he goes up by 10 points and runs the ball for the rest of the game.
Well, easily able to do that with their running back at the beginning of the year. After that injury, though,
Zach
Utah-
Moss is returning for the Utes this week against Arizona State.
Really?
Yes, as a Utes fan, I hope they win. Any of you BYU fans, call me when you beat Toledo.
Luckily, I don't like either of those teams.
Tanner Keith coming in clutch.
Colgate College is where it's at.
Personally, I'm an Alabama State fan. As Tanner Keith aggressively throws his chair in the studio.
Dun, dun, dun.
And timeout, Lone Peak. Coach Mark Wooten looking like Gordon Ramsay, disgusted with every aspect of his team's play.
Infuriated by this offense and defense so far this game.
If you have any Mark Gordon Ramsay quotes you feel are worth sharing, please leave them in the comments section. Our poll question of the night is, who do you think has a better mustache, Ron Swanson or the anchorman, Ron Burgundy? So far, Ron Swanson's leading 3-1. Ron Swanson, definitely a better man than I will ever be. Do you know he cried twice in his life? Once when he was 7 when he was hit by a bus, and the other time when he heard Lil Sebastian died.
That is Ron Swanson, not Ron Burgundy.
I said that was Ron Swanson.
No, you said Burgundy.
That was Ron Swanson.
Yes, it was. But you said Burgundy.
False.
No.
False.
False. Wait. Truth. Wait a sec.
Wait a sec. Skittles.
I would love some Skittles.
3rd and 9 for the Lone Peak Knights. 2:58 left in the 4th quarter. Romney gets a snap. Play is blown dead. Deader than a doornail. In the words of Sister Cook and Sister Jensen, thanks so much.
Yeah.
As Tanner nods his head and says yes. Tanner, are you still Tanner Keith?
No. They call me Kevin Hart. 5'6", 3-time Celebrity Game All-Star and MVP.
I have no response to that. Is the World Series on right now?
The World Series will not be starting for another week.
Oh.
As the Nationals swept the Cardinals.
Go Nationals.
Astros took a 2-1 lead earlier today, I believe, over the Yankees.
Romney looking deep. Throwing. Incomplete. 4th and about a mile for the Lone Peak Knights here, with 2:53 left in the game. Let's see if Pleasant Grove can pull off a miraculous comeback. Ooh, spicy. Ooh, I do believe Lone Peak is going to attempt a field goal. Pretty unwise decision because they don't have Seth Lyman.
For all those who are wondering, the Yankees-Astros game has been postponed for some reason.
That's a big deal because the Yankees, their bullpen is incredible, but the Astros bullpen is mediocre. And I really think the Yankees could have won that game if it's not completely over, because the Astros have some killer starting pitching, but the Yankees bullpen is far superior.
Well, Astros having the young Yordan Alvarez, who is one of the leading Rookie of the Year candidates for the American League.
Interesting.
Indeed.
As shout out to the Pleasant Grove cheerleaders.
Once again.
As we've lost about 12 viewers in the last few minutes, my apologies. So Pleasant Grove defense is going to be attempting to block this kick. Very unwise decision here by the Lone Peak coaches due to their mediocre kicker game.
Attempting a 48-yard field goal here.
The snap is up, the kick is away, and it is no good. Not even close. Told you it was an unwise decision because they don't have Seth Lyman. Seth Lyman would have buried that before he even kicked it.
Wide left on the kick. Puts him at 1-2 for the game.
2:48 left in the game. It's going to take a miracle, folks. Tanner, stop playing with my press pass.
I am going to have an aneurysm.
As Tanner declares publicly. I don't think you should have said that on air.
My apologies.
So the Viking offense taking the field, looking to reclaim some lost pride here.
Lone Peak just keeping it all in front of them. One deep safety about 12 yards back.
2:48 left in the game. Campbell gets a snap, shotgun, looking to his right, throwing to his right, intercepted by Lone Peak. Dude's running out to the 20, got room, flags on the play, running down, tackled at the 5-yard line.
Flags on the block on the back on the play by the returning team of the pick.
More flags flying tonight than the United Nations. And Coach Mark Wooten is... I really do think Coach Mark Wooten is a reincarnation of Gordon Ramsay.
Well, all Lone Peak needs to do here is take a couple runs, get the first down, take a knee, and we'll be out of here.
Football is Chef Wooten's kitchen.
Chef Wooten.
Chef Wooten, as his friends and close associates call him. I have heard he makes a killer microwave pizza.
Microwave pizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name is Brendan Larson.
My name is Josiah McDonald.
Tanner Keith once again changing his identity.
Nobody crosses Tanner Keith. Last person to do so was Tanner Keith. I don't know. I'm really tired.
Our audio's being weird tonight. I can't really hear what the other headset is saying. 2:39 left here in the game. Lone Peak's got to take a couple of knees. First down. Yeah. Luke Romney in shotgun.
Son of Mitt Romney.
Yes. It would be awful if he fumbled the ball here and it was recovered.
For a touchdown.
Yes.
For our team, though.
And then a safety.
Wait a second.
As the Pleasant Grove student section is remaining mighty true and blue and remaining in their seats, standing up, faithful till they die. It would be such a shame if Pleasant Grove was to go 0-2 this year against their rivals. I mean, you only get 2 of those games a year, and you gotta win one of them.
Trying to mount a stellar comeback with 2 minutes left.
Shout out to all 46 people still watching. Handoff up the middle for Lone Peak, and the Viking defense is going to be swallowed up.
Son of Mitt hands it off.
Yes, Luke Romney, son of Mitt Romney.
Tauli.
Tanner.
Yes.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I don't eat ice cream.
Tanner doesn't eat ice cream. And why is that, my good sir?
Because I do not eat desserts.
Tanner does not ingest dessert food. Tanner, what is your favorite fruit?
Fruit. A pineapple.
Tanner going with a clutch choice of pineapple, tropical and delicious. The running game being eaten alive like Donkey ingests waffles in Shrek. Very impressive here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name is Brendan Larson.
And I'm Tanner Keith.
Tomorrow we'll have your broadcast of girls state soccer. It'll be here at 4, Colby?
Yeah.
Yep. Girls state soccer here tomorrow for the second round. Our girls are killing it this year, ranked number 1 in the state. Be sure to tune in here around 4. Josiah McDonald, I know, will be commentating. An absolute unit of a man. Do good, guys. I will be doing things I'm not sure of yet, but I will be doing them.
Yes, I will be doing other things.
Says Tanner. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm at a loss for words. For once, ladies and gentlemen, I am at a loss for words. I could talk about my loss for words, but then it wouldn't really be a loss for words. The son of Mitt, Luke Romney, coming under center. Gets a snap. Rolling out to his left. Looking long. Throwing. Incomplete. 4th and 11 for the Lone Peak Knights. 1:42 left in the 4th quarter.
Knights just postponing the game for some reason. Giving this Vikings offense to have a chance to come back.
Kind of a messed up thing to do, but you know, it is Lone Peak, so
They don't have any morals, anything.
Morales.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't responded to our poll question tonight, please feel free to do so. Also, and the late snap there by Lone Peak, and all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Giving this Vikings team to have a comeback here.
Vikings put in prime scoring position with 1:34 left on the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we may have a game on our hands with Vikings in keen scoring position. Coach Mark Wooten assembling his kitchen of ingredients, also known as offensive players.
Caleb Campbell will now take the field to try and tie this game up. Actually, not tied up. Just cutting to this lead, giving this Vikings team a chance to come back.
The Vikings will be cutting into this lead like Gordon Ramsay cuts into fresh bread. Also, happy birthday to Colby Farley. Caleb Campbell in shotgun. Two to his right, two to his left. Motions Rex out to the left. Gets a snap, looking long, feeling the pressure, and throwing it away. Incomplete. Getting the ball off before he was preeminently sacked. Because, as we have said before in the broadcast, this Lone Peak team has more sacks than the bag lady at Smith's tonight.
Bringing the pressure on every down, every play so far this game. Campbell just stressing out back there, not having very much time to get rid of the ball.
.129 left in the fourth quarter, 2nd and 10. The Vikings may be back in this game if they can put some points up on the board here. Absolutely crucial play. As we welcome Student Body President Fran into the room. Fran, why did you choose a trash bag out for tonight?
Well, you know, a lot of views from Lone Peak on our student section could be described as trash. So we thought we'd really just play into that trope and show them what's what.
Fran, bringing nothing but the truth here, ladies and gentlemen.
I give it to you straight.
Lone Peak student section definitely being outperformed here tonight by the Pleasant Grove student section. Honestly, I'd say their effort was weak at most.
Now, you win some, you lose some. What else can I say?
Student Body President Fran.
Student Body President Fran, keeping it real as always.
Happy to be here, boys. Happy to be here.
2nd and 10 for your Pleasant Grove Vikings. Caleb Campbell leading his team out on the field here out of a timeout. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Game's on the line here. Evan Robinson making a late substitution onto the field. Campbell looking to his left, gets a snap, looking to his left continuously. Throwing it deep, long. He's got Porter Connors, incomplete.
Good coverage there by the Lone Peak safeties, just keeping everything in front of him. Not letting the Connors get outside.
3rd and 10 here for the Vikings. Every down is crucial here if they want to get back into this lead. Chef Wooten gives Campbell the recipe as he brings it to the line of scrimmage. Campbell in shotgun. Pulling it back, firing. Incomplete, looking for Porter Connors on the play.
Wooten calls the play out and sends his quarterback into the huddle once again. Trying to do whatever they can on this 4th and long. 1-on-1 on the bottom of the left side of the field.
Caleb, play action, rolling out to his left, feeling the pressure already, throwing it downfield, incomplete. That's going to be the game.
That's it.
Turnover on downs.
Lone Peak's just got to take a few knees and they're out of here.
Pleasant Grove not having any more timeouts. This game will end pretty soon.
Tanner, what were some struggles you saw out of Pleasant Grove today?
Just their inability to move the ball down the field on multiple drives, and like that drive set up in prime possession, and then their pass coverage just didn't play to their full ability, I believe.
Pleasant Grove gave a valiant effort tonight, but obviously it was not enough. So the Lone Peak Knights will improve to 1-9 on the season. .113 left in this game, and the Pleasant Grove Vikings will have their record moved to 5-3, I believe. 4-3, 4-2.
No.
5-4.
I think. I am
Why
very
would
confused.
we've only lost to AF. AF Corner. Okay, so we are 5-3.
I am checking right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to answer our poll question.
7-3. 7-3.
So you're 7-3 on the year. Please feel free to answer our poll question. Whose mustache do you think is better? Ron Burgundy, the legendary anchorman himself, or Ron Swanson, the man himself? So far, the last time I checked, Ron Swanson was leading 3-1. As Colby is depressed on his birthday.
For all of you lovely ladies, Colby would be very sad after the game. I don't know why I said that, but
Shout out to Bill McBee, my friend's father, who is texting me right now. An excellent man.
as the clock is winding down here,
As fans, in the words of Cake, the fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty except for one man still striving and driving as fast as he can.
The
He
Claw.
deftly maneuvers and muscle for rank, fuel burning fast on an empty tank. 23 seconds left in the game. 20. This game is OVER over, folks. Thank you for tuning in. For
That's
the
how it's
entire
spelled?
PGSN crew tonight, I'm Brendan Larson.
and I'm Tanner Keith.
Thanks for watching, and that's all.
Adios,